With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
This is Beaverville. Come on in.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
I've been to every city in Mexico. Came across an unclaimed piece of meat in Baja. Turned out to be Rosie. Guess you picked a knife fight with somebody better.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
It is the 6th day of March, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. Here's some comedy from Tom Green on a Thursday morning. No Tommy, but Ben Lieber will be here. Power Trip Morning Show on a Thursday. Come on in now. I am glad you're here.
Yeah, I'm 53 years old. I don't have any kids. Always thought I would have kids by the time I was 53. I'd like to have kids. I think I'm going to wait till I'm 60 to have kids, just so I'll know them when they're nice. They'll go to college, ask for money for college, and I'll die. Perfect timing. Now, at least if I have kids, soon, at least then when I'm old and dying, my teenage kids will be there, gathered around my hospital bed, staring at their phones. I want that for me. Inconvenienced. I want to have some good last words, some famous last words for my teenage kids. You always hear about that, people, when they're on their deathbed, they say something incredible. It's a hard thing to time, though. Because you don't really know what it feels like to die, right? You only die once, and you got to time it perfectly. You don't know what it feels like. You're in the hospital bed, you got tubing running in and out of you. Your kids are there on their metaverse goggles. There's lots going on. You feel a little tingle. You've got that thing you've been practicing in your head. You're going, this might be it here. May the sun always shine in your face, so the shadows will be cast behind ye. And then you don't die. You're like...
Now she's an actress.
The finish line is waiting. Fate is on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Welcome to the Power Trip Morning Show. It's Thursday, March 6th of 2025. Cory, Chris, Sauce, really just the three of us because, look, Zacho's dealing with Minnesota State High School hockey. Tommy's in California, as you said, looking for dudes.
Yeah, that's exactly what he told me, looking for dudes.
Max is in, Belgium or something.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So I think Lieber is essentially it.
I think that's probably right.
Lieber at 6:30, and that's about it.
I didn't hear anything from Parker.
Yeah, another rough loss for them last night.
They played last night. Was it at home or away? I don't know.
It was here.
It was here, yeah. They lost. Yeah, I think it was senior day. So last regular season.
So he'll have that in a couple of years.
Yeah, and that's his 7th senior day.
Yeah.
That's... Are you sure it wasn't senior day?
Yeah. Yeah, it was senior day, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they're going to make the Big Ten tournament. I think they're going to sneak
Fantastic.
in. Right.
Well, you never know with this team. They could go on a run and beat everybody.
Yeah.
Or losing the first round.
Yeah, or losing the first round. They are very bipolar.
Yeah. Their last game was Sunday against Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Yeah.
Rutgers.
Which claims to be the birthplace of college football.
Is that right?
Yeah. Haven't you seen that ad that is every football season where it starts on the West Coast and then moves all the way to the East Coast and shows a map of all the Big Ten teams? And then it's Rutgers, the birthplace of college football.
Well, you got to say something nice about him.
I mean, Tony Soprano went there.
He went to Rutgers.
Well, the actor. I mean, she's an actress. He did.
Rutgers.
James Gandolfini?
Yeah, he went to Rutgers. Yeah.
That makes more sense. I thought you meant the character went to Rutgers.
See the other ads that the marketing firm placed, though, like as ideas? Rutgers, you don't know where it's located.
Yep.
Rutgers.
Well, do you, Sauce?
Oh, yeah. You forgot they were in the Big Ten.
I think it's in New Jersey.
There you go. Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Rutgers. A Scarlet Knight. The hell is that?
Yeah.
Rutgers. Sounds like a place for Tommy.
Yeah. He's on the West Coast looking for crank.
He's just a ghost.
Isn't that actor's name, isn't there an actor, Rutger Hauer?
Yeah, sure.
Who?
Yeah, it's named after him.
So
yeah, look it up, man.
Maybe a whole bunch of
good movies.
Hims went to a college and they just said, this is Rutgers.
Doesn't Hims give you boner medicine?
Yeah.
I believe so. I mean, not me personally, but if they want to send some, I'll take it.
Yeah, man, I'll take it
too. That guy's in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
One of Hawk's favorite films, Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty funny film.
Yeah.
I believe that was done by Jim Neighbors.
Yeah, and then another one of your favorite films of the Robin Hood era, Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Hawk loves that movie.
Two of my favorite things.
I like flesh more than I like blood, personally.
Oh, you got to try both, dude.
No,
Trust me.
I have.
You've tried both?
I've tried both, yeah.
Well, that makes two of us.
Yeah.
He was in a movie called Blind Fury.
Yeah, that's my right eye.
Sauce, you either have to eat human flesh or drink human blood.
And that's a really good question.
Is it really?
I mean,
he's in Batman Begins.
Yes. I don't remember that. I don't remember what he looks like. Let me take a look.
He's also in another one of Hawk's favorite films, The Sisters Brothers.
Yeah, that's actually, I have seen that. That has got John C. Reilly. And
it 100% does.
Hold on, John C. Reilly and, hold on.
Isn't it Joaquin Phoenix?
You are correct.
Yeah, there you go.
I've never heard of this film.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I just remember the two of them standing next to each other for the promotional stuff.
You are correct. God, you guys have great memories.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer's, he has a very distinct looking face. Or had, I should say. He's better in hell.
It's like an old man scary face, though, right? It's he looks like he's supposed to be a bad guy in every movie.
The Sisters Brothers, a film I've never heard of, is 87% on
I heard it was
Tomatoes.
good. It's really good. You should watch it. It's really good. I can't believe I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, it's good. I don't remember him being in that, but I wake up in the morning feeling like Brad Pitt, and I go to bed at night looking like Rutger Hauer.
Yeah,
I'm sure he loves that reference.
He's deader than hell.
Is he deader than hell?
He's deader than hell since 2019.
Oh, no, that's all right. Then we can say things about it.
Yeah, he's deader than hell.
Sauce, you're avoiding the question.
Yes, me?
Please stop avoiding the damn question.
What would I rather have, eat human skin or drink
human flesh, not just skin.
Skin is...
Eating human flesh or drink human blood.
You're just going to continue to be hungry if you just eat the skin.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Why do you have to answer a question with a question?
Because I'm weird like that.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Who like that? Remember that song?
Sin City. I don't remember being in Sin City, but he looks like the kind of guy
Sin
that
City.
would be
He looks like the kind of guy in Sin City. Yeah. Great film.
Great movie.
Now, if I drink said blood, will I get any kind of disease?
Well, both options are gambling. You're eating human flesh or drinking human blood.
How much human flesh?
Enough for like a quarter pounder.
By the way, Cory, you're doing yourself no favors about the whole serial killer thing. You realize that?
Yeah. I'm not eating or drinking anything.
No, but you're asking questions about that.
I don't have to.
I think your kink is asking weird questions. I think later you're going to go home.
Don't kink shame, please.
You're going to diddle
That's
yourself.
my kink.
Thinking about his answer right now. So be careful when you answer, because right now he's listening to you as he diddles.
I mean, we're the only two in the studio. I can't see his hands. He might be masturbating right now.
What do you think?
Diddle.
What do you think? With Sauce's eating history, do you think he's more likely to eat human flesh or drink human blood? Because I'm betting on flesh.
I've been told that he does not like to eat human flesh.
Well, then all in on the blood.
I had some yesterday. Some
not
human
what I hear.
Flesh. I don't know.
Let's hope you didn't have. Never mind.
Which one? Just pick one.
I would probably say. I mean, blood is disgusting. And how much of it do I have to drink?
Like a 20 ounce.
20 ounce?
Yeah,
as soon as you answer, we can move on from the serial killer.
Exactly. This is like a vampire question. It's like a werewolf versus vampire. You drinking like a 20 ounce Mountain Dew of Code Red, over there, or are you having some flesh?
Here's the thing. I've been down this path before with you two. Whatever I say, you're going to go, God, you're weird. God, you're gross.
We're not judging. We're just curious.
Do you ever wake up, Sauce, and talk to Kelly and go, oh, no, code red? You know what I mean?
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Obviously. Code red, guys. You're going to say to, there's a no Louie, only Steve. You're going to be like, watch out for Mom. It's code red.
Good morning, Daddy.
Hi,
You're
baby
the
girl.
best.
Nah,
Everybody
I wish
else
that were true.
stinks.
Code red, buddy.
Yeah, I wish that were true.
Hi, Lambert House.
It would probably be human flesh.
Yeah, that's gross.
See, I knew
what a
it.
weirdo,
Why are you
dude.
so weird, dude?
That's
Damn it.
cannibalism.
You let him drag you right into
That's
it.
legit cannibalism.
You're just going to do it, aren't you? You're just going to let him, like, if he says, you know what are you going to do? You're going to kill that person or that person? You got to kill one of them.
Right.
What, you're not going to kill one of them? Just answer the question. Who are you going to kill?
Yeah, but then he said cannibalism, and he said it with a giant smile. Like,
I know, but-
I'm excited for this. This is going to be good. When are we doing this?
Don't you understand, Sauce, that he just wants to go to prison with you so he can finally have sex with you?
Oh, I'd be a great cellmate.
Because that's a great excuse.
What
It's
did
just
Charles
you and me
Manson
for
always
the next
say?
50 years.
About prison?
There's plenty of sex in prison.
Yeah.
Hey, did anybody listen to Jelly Roll with the Smartless guys?
I've had enough of jelly.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was an interesting hour, especially since you guys have
I'd rather
said
listen
that
to
he's
Charles Manson.
He definitely, you can tell he is very much embracing that he's famous.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. You can feel that in the hour on Smartless. But he broke down, prison life a little bit. Speaking of, avoiding sex and stuff like that. Talking about how you got to wear shower shoes. And I thought, well, maybe because are the floors of a shower in a prison just disgusting?
No.
He's talking more about stability to make sure you have solid footing so you don't slip, don't fall, don't get pushed over.
Because somebody's going to try to grab you.
Right. And then he was saying the way to do it is to have shower shoes and essentially have one of your buddies outside of the shower on guard.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't happen.
On guard.
On guard. The other thing I thought was interesting.
Did he encourage you to put razor blades in your butthole?
No.
Yeah, right.
Because I've done that.
No.
What? Your mic's on.
Just in case he goes to prison.
You never know.
The other thing he said, though, is he said money essentially rules the prison. If you can get money, that's what everybody wants. Nobody's honestly looking to sexually assault people. Nobody's looking to kill anybody else or fight anybody. They just want money. So all of the threats of those kinds of acts are, in a sense, a way to just extort people to get money and funnel money into the. And it sounds like they all have tablets and they can email.
Like the Lord gave Moses?
Yeah, it just sounds
and also with you.
For the 90th time on this show, it just sounds like they get to watch Netflix. They get to work out.
Do you hear him, Sauce? He wants to go to.
It's not a bad gig. No. It's not a bad. If you can avoid the other stuff, it's not a bad gig. He said he kind of ran the poker game. I'm like, you guys get to play cards?
God,
I want to watch Netflix and play cards.
Cory, can I talk to Sauce for a second?
Yeah.
Sauce, is this like Ted Bundy mailing letters to the cops?
Do you think?
You know what I mean? Like they haven't found me yet, so I'm going to say all these things on the radio to give everybody clues that I'm killing multiple people, and I want to go to prison.
Do you think when Cory kills somebody, let's say he uses a knife, that he stabs him and then as they're laying down to die, he takes the back of his hand and just casually caresses their face?
I think he smacks them.
No, I think he's very gentle.
I think he smacks them with his thing.
What?
Sauce.
You hit people with your penis?
Why do you do that, Cory?
Sauce, bit aside, you find out tomorrow that I have murdered 7 people on a scale of 0
I think this is your
to
cry for
100. How surprised are you? 100 is you could not be more surprised.
Can I
bit aside?
Yeah, bit aside.
Can I throw in a scenario?
I killed 7 people.
Can I throw in a scenario?
Sure.
I'm the first to arrive on the scene because you barricaded yourself in the house by yourself.
Wait, they caught me?
Yeah, they know it's you now.
Oh. I thought I was just going to privately tell Sauce to test his secret-keeping abilities.
Oh, you did.
Which have improved.
Yeah, I tweeted it
That's
immediately.
Why the cops are at your house right now.
So I told you, Paul, I've killed 7 people, don't tell anybody, and then I'm now surrounded.
Right.
My house is I barricaded myself in my own house, and Chris is the one that's on the scene.
Yeah, and I walk up to the officer and I go, I've worked with him for his whole life. Give me a chance, please. And they say, okay, do you want somebody go in with you? Do you want a gun? And I go, no, I got this. And I walk in and I look at you and I go, Cory, make it 8.
So you want me to just tell them that our negotiations went south.
Yeah, right.
And
You're going to the chair.
Yeah, yeah. Alex just wants a free ride.
Hey, by the way, let's just keep spinning the wheel of randomness because this is what the first segment always is. How about the dude who was it, South Carolina, elected to get executed by firing squad?
Yeah. Jesus.
Did you see the details though on how they do it? Like I pictured, 1852 kind of firing squad where you pull him. He's out in a prison yard and you just line up a bunch of people and a bunch of people shoot and a bunch of people have blanks, but one person has a real bullet. You essentially get strapped to a chair like it's an electric chair.
Nice.
And it's just
Jesus.
And you get the the hood over your head and it's just like lights out. But it's even the chair looks aggressive.
Oh
my. You see in the picture?
Yeah.
As dumb as it sounds, because it's like, why does it matter if you're sitting or standing if you get shot in the head? But it looks aggressive as hell to get like locked into a chair and you just got to sit there and take it. But
does life insurance still have to pay? Because technically, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and yours is from Illinois.
Right. Yeah, don't even get me started on that. Don't even get me started on that. What a giant disappointment.
Yeah.
God dang, that's a great question. How does life insurance work if you're on death row?
I don't know. Do they have to pay?
Do they cancel the policy and say you're off the books? They almost
what
have
are you
to.
Gonna do?
Yeah. Back to your question. How surprised would I be if you killed
7 people and I confided in you? You'd be surprised that I told you.
Yeah. 100 being
the
shocked?
most surprised you could possibly be.
0. I don't think you.
I think you have it backwards.
Oh, 100 then.
100 is the most surprised you would be.
I would be shocked.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, I would be shocked.
Wow.
But I think he's saying that so he leads me off the scent because he knows 30 seconds from now this conversation isn't about me and I'm just going to go back to BuzzFeed.
Yeah, but again, all bits aside, we've joked that PA might be a serial killer. There's a handful of people at the fan that are definitely leaning towards psychopaths.
Joke.
Sure.
But if you think of in the last handful of months things that we've heard and you're like floored. Now you take it up a notch and say, "Oh, PA actually has killed 4 people." I could not have been more surprised then. I truly wouldn't. I'd be shocked. I'd be at the 100 level as well.
I'm going to tell you right now, there's a few former coworkers
Well, yeah.
that if I heard that they had taken somebody out,
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, that was...
Surprised, but not like all the way to 100,
that was
right?
the road they were living on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, thinks to himself, I should have been more mean to
What
that
a wonderful world.
Yep.
Anyway.
Hey, can I?
That was a fun first segment.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne.
Hi, Robert Osborne.
Hey, Robert, what's going on? You're dead.
Say hi to Rucker Howard.
Yeah, say hi to him for me.
I saw something this morning that I forgot about.
Your penis?
Yeah, no. That's starting to come back to me. No. Brilliant.
Rutger Hauer?
I've been watching, I watched this documentary the other day about this lady named Ruby Franke who should be put down.
Yeah,
one of the worst people on the planet.
She should be put down.
And then tomorrow on Dateline, this guy is interviewing another woman I forgot about.
Mr. Bombastic?
That killed her children because she thought they were possessed.
Well, hang on. Hear her out.
The interview is the clip I saw literally would scare Jeffrey Dahmer.
I wonder if anything did scare Jeffrey Dahmer. I guess probably like normal things scared him, right?
What if Silence of the Lambs scared him?
Yeah. What if he just saw it and said yucky?
Or that guy's doing it all wrong.
Yeah, dude, this is a great... What grossed him out?
Yeah.
Like, did anything gross him out?
That's a great question.
What if it's something weird like tapioca pudding?
Yeah.
It's like hard pass, gross.
Ketchup.
Yeah.
I can't do ketchup.
Get those pickles off my plate.
Oh, my
Disgusting.
God, so gross.
It's got to be something food related,
The
right?
texture of marshmallows. Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah, lady fingers freaked him out.
Oh, you like the marshmallows on your s'mores burnt?
Ugh,
Yeah.
No, he did not like the ladies.
No.
Or what if it was something like spiders?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Just terrified and grossed out. Like hairs on the back of his neck would stand up.
Ugh.
He'd be so grossed out. I wonder.
Ugh, yuck.
I think in the first segment we asked a lot of good questions.
Yeah, we got no answers.
And we had no answers. The only thing that we got answers that Sauce would eat human flesh.
And I still don't understand why you would do that.
I wouldn't. I was just answering the question.
No, don't backtrack. That was your answer.
Man, you're the one who asked it, weirdo.
Well, you're the one that answered it, psycho.
Forgive me.
More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this. Ben Lieber in like 40 minutes right here on the Fan.
All right, I know you guys like to gamble on dying things.
Well, Paul does. He's cheering for horses that Santa needed to die.
Yes.
Technically, you are.
Yeah.
I can't help myself because, I'm a human being. Barely, though. But if you had to gamble right now, how do you think Hackman and his wife passed away?
Oh.
Because I've read every scenario. The latest scenario is that he died and then she died of a broken heart.
Oh.
Like literally finding him broke her heart.
And then she had a heart attack or something as well.
Then the other one is that she died and he found her and it was too much and he died.
Right.
Which seems more likely unless she had a history of heart disease, which I can't find anywhere. Man.
Yeah. It does seem... I don't know. If I had to guess and be right, it feels like one of the two things you just said is the leader in the clubhouse right now.
Because they've ruled out the gas leak theory. Yeah, right.
There's no signs of physicality, right? It doesn't look like they have wounds of any kind.
Right.
So, yeah, my guess is you're probably close. Now, again, she had the pills all around her, correct?
Yeah, she did.
So maybe but again, that doesn't necessarily mean she went first or second, right? That's a hard thing to gamble
For sure.
on.
Maybe she was carrying the jar of pills to him and found him. And,
who knows?
Or maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
That sucks.
That just sucks, man. The 9 days thing. Oof.
Yeah, it's gross.
That's a tough thing. The only one I've ever read worse than that was the lovely and talented Lane Staley.
Yeah.
Who I believe it was 12 days.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday.
Gross.
Yeah.
Didn't you say he was like...
Part of the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to take the whole couch out. Yeah. Yeah, human body, man. It's just...
yeah, I mean, it starts
to capsule, right?
decompose and melt away. Gross.
Man, I've been reading this stuff about consciousness. It's pretty freaking fascinating, right? Because we really don't get it.
Nope.
We know it's what separates us, right? We don't understand how or why, right? That's the God factor, they say, right? But... or whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to offend, but you look at your hand and you ask yourself, is that me? Is my hand me? Well, technically yes, but also technically no, because you are your consciousness. Like if you picture think of yourself standing in the room right there, and you can see yourself standing there. You're picturing yourself standing there. And you ask yourself, is that you? Well, it was you, but it's not. You is your consciousness. That is your brain creating the memory of you. It's enough to make somebody with my level of intelligence almost have to stop thinking. It's almost like I found Gene Hackman's body and I couldn't take it. That's how I feel when I started thinking too deeply about it.
It's also, that's one of those days where you should take up THC. And just go for it, right? Then really have a deep conversation. See if you can tap into what the answer is.
Take some mushrooms and just...
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Ben's trying to talk me into it. Like, he sends me about 3 texts a day.
About microdosing magic mushrooms?
Not even microdosing. He wants me to maxodose.
Oh, maxodose.
That's what he keeps telling me to do. He keeps saying, get a lot of it. He told me to go in the woods and find some mushrooms and start eating.
Yeah,
like a truffle pig.
Yeah, that's what he said. He called me a truffle pig. I wonder why.
Am I the only one that saw that movie, the Nick Cage movie, just called Pig?
I saw part of it.
I did not.
It was interesting. I mean,
that's about right.
It was. It was a sign that he wasn't done yet.
Yeah,
because he had made so many bad movies that went essentially the equivalent of straight to DVD or now straight to streaming. You're like, ugh, it's over for Nick Cage. Then that, at least you're like, this dude can still act, man. He's still got it when he wants it. He's just got to find better roles.
Did Did any of you see Long Legs?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really good in that, right?
Yeah, he's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
He is at this point, he's going to be Nicolas Cage in everything he plays.
Yeah.
Even with the prosthetics, when he comes on the scene, and it's a freaky scene when you see him for the first time, you're like, that's just Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
If they had a different actor whom I didn't know, that movie would have scared the hell out of me, I think.
It's that scary.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And you still don't know I still am not 100% sure what was going on.
Yeah, Maxo tried to explain it to me. I'm too freaked out to watch it.
It's not that bad.
Really?
Do you remember the Nick Cage movie Next?
Tell me about it.
It's the one with like Julianne Moore and I think Jessica Biel.
Yes.
And it's where he plays a magician, but the gist of it is that it's like he's a Vegas performer.
Yeah, okay.
But he can see a couple of minutes into the future.
That's right.
And then it ends up being where he actually can see further. But still, what it briefly highlights, and again, the concept is actually better than the movie. It's one of those.
God, there's so many like that.
So many like that. But this is an example of like interesting. Like if Christopher Nolan had this concept, he would have killed it.
Yeah.
Right. But instead, it was like whatever. But they briefly kind of really highlighted, think of the financial advantage if you could see literally just 2 minutes into the future, right? You would know hands of blackjack, hands of poker. You could just roulette spins. Just seeing 2 minutes into the future, you would be able to just absolutely crush gambling, crush it.
Yeah.
Like at an unstoppable level.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially roulette. You just clean up. You'd mentally be like red 11, black 23.
Yeah, you just need to see 2 minutes into the future and you know exactly what's coming.
Yeah.
And he messes with that in that movie briefly. They just kind of show you just a little bit that he can do whatever he wants because he can see into the future.
Since we're just jumping all around, can I jump? Because something you just said made me remember something else. I think this may be the only example of this in moviedom, Corey. I think yesterday was the, I don't know, probably 40th anniversary, something like that, of Against All Odds, the movie.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're right. It had Jeff Bridges in it, some hot lady and some other guy. I forget. It might have been James Woods. Anyway, it may be the only example where somebody went to an artist and said, we need a theme song for this movie. And they wrote one of the greatest songs of all time for one of the worst films of all time. Because that song, Against All Odds, is...
Who sang it?
Phil Collins.
Oh, yeah.
How can I just want you walk
I know
away?
that song.
Just let you leave without a trace.
This movie looks terrible.
It is worse than that.
Wow. And if you think it's worse than terrible, it's human trash.
It's terrible. And I have loved that song since the first time I heard it.
Oh, A+.
That may be the only time that a theme song for a film is loads better than the film. Like the only...
What about St. Elmo's Fire?
That's a good film.
I never saw it. I just love the song.
It's a good film. I think that was Demi Moore's first ever film. How about that?
What about... Now, hear me out. Don't judge immediately.
Go ahead, baby.
What about All for One with Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, and Sting on Three Musketeers?
Isn't Three Musketeers a good movie?
That's
Kevin Costner, isn't it?
No, it's...
you're thinking of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
It's...
Wasn't Charlie Sheen in Three Musketeers?
Yeah. Kiefer, Charlie Sheen, and Chris O'Donnell.
God, I don't remember that movie at all. Maybe you got another one then.
30% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, I'll watch it then. That sounds pretty good.
I think Oliver Platt's in it, too.
Oliver what?
Yeah.
Man.
We're asking a lot of good questions.
You know what I love? I love angry commenters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm completely stealing a bit, by the way. But the Glastonbury announcement came out for the Glastonbury Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And they announced all the lineup. And man, the comments are just gold.
Why? Because the lineup's terrible?
Yeah. Like,
is it pretty bad?
I don't, I mean, it's Glastonbury. It's all over the place.
Let me see.
But the very first is, but you still got the headliners to announce, right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
funny. Yeah, that's a funny line.
This is the worst lineup in the history of Glastonbury. It's gone so far downhill that there's no going back up.
Oh,
that's lacking quality.
Oh,
Glastonbury this year, Friday. The headliner is the 1975.
Right,
man. People love that band.
Obviously not.
And then the ones that are then the other, big font like secondary names are Biffy Clyro, Alanis Morissette, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
I mean,
On Saturday, Neil Young is the headliner.
Yeah.
With like Charlie XCX, Deftones, John Fogerty.
Neil Young has got to be 80?
Probably.
Deftones. Weezer's all the way down at the bottom.
I know.
Jeez,
How
over
about
there,
that?
Weezer's just an afterthought?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, the headliner is Olivia Rodrigo. The kids love her. My kiddos absolutely love her. Rod Stewart, The Prodigy, and Noah Khan.
Ooh, Rod Stewart.
I thought the Prodigy was dead.
The one guy is.
Oh.
But I think the group keeps
They
going.
were a group?
Yeah.
I thought just the Firestarter was Prodigy.
No, it's a handful of them.
Rod Stewart would be sweet. We were going to go see him, and then COVID happened. You never got reimbursed, right?
No. But who?
I mean, this isn't a great lineup, though.
But who wants to see Rod Stewart that also wants to see Olivia Rodrigo?
Yeah, and the Prodigy.
Right.
What a weird mix.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, how about on, like you said, how about Saturday? Neil Young, Charlie XCX, and Deftones.
Yeah.
Those fan bases have a 0% overlap.
Zero.
And I understand that that's people's playlists is very, there's a lot of variety.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't think there's that much variety on any person's playlist.
That's a good point, because now I'm looking at Friday. I'm just going back. The 1975 Alanis Morissette and Busta Rhymes. They're just saying,
right,
you're only going to like 33% of each day.
Yeah.
At the most.
It's like they sent out an email to every artist and said, who wants to come to England?
Yeah, correct. Who's available?
And it looks like, according to this, at the last second on Saturday, Weezer said yes, and they're like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Sure, you can play after TV on the radio.
They are below Scissor Sisters and The Script.
Yeah, they're at the bottom. Weezer's at the bottom of Saturday. They like on Wonka's contract, you need a magnifying glass to find Weezer.
Have you guys seen that bit where they show like a video, it's a very cringy video, and then they auto-tune the comments? It's super funny.
That's a good idea.
It's super
I
funny.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And Vogue is playing Friday night at Glastonbury.
Well, gotta go.
My God. Waterfalls don't go chase.
Nope, that's TLC. Front page sports after this Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
What?
Sorry, I was doing research.
On?
Chlamydia and gonorrhea combined.
Whoa.
With vitamins.
Gonomydia.
That's what they call it?
Well played.
How did you know? You knew about that? That's the name of a band that's playing at Glastonbury.
Oh.
Yep,
before
they're right
Weezer.
before, right before Weezer.
Right before Weezer, yeah.
Ryan Jeffers in a little over an hour as well from Florida. So we'll talk to Ryan Jeffers and again Ben Lieber in like 20 minutes. But should we do front page sports and learn?
Man, we got stuff. Like there was things that happened in
there's actually a lot
last night, right?
Tons of stuff.
Yeah, tons.
Front page sports presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Yeah, and don't forget about that bakery meal deal at Holiday. A couple of ring donuts plus a medium hot coffee. Get the bakery meal deal this morning at Holiday. Thanks, Holiday.
Thank you, Holiday.
Yeah, I want donuts from Holiday. If anybody that works at Holiday is listening and is close to St. Louis Park, drop off a bunch of donuts. I'm hungry.
Yeah. Hawk, did you go to Quiznos yesterday?
No.
No, I thought about it all day.
I know.
Is that
I'm
weird?
still thinking about it, too. I know.
What's your sandwich?
The chicken carbonara.
Oh, sounds so good.
I would take that right now.
Sounds like a place that Rosie would vacation.
I know.
It does. Well, she's an actress.
I don't feel good, but I think a Quiznos chicken carbonara would take the blues away.
Yeah, that would help.
I don't feel tardy.
The Wolves beat the Hornets 125-110. That is the third straight victory for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They're now 35-29. The Hornets are terrible at 14-47. 29 for Ant, 29 for McDaniels, 25 for Randall. 3 Wolves had 10 rebounds. That would be Randall, McDaniels, and Nas. So just a balanced attack against a really bad team. Yeah, same one. At Miami Friday at 7 o'clock for the Timberwolves. Then they host San Antonio Sunday. And don't forget, Wemby is out for the year, so that's a very winnable game.
That's a win, yeah.
The Wolves, outside of that stupid game last week where Ant didn't play and you lost to the terrible Jazz, they're beating teams they're supposed to beat, and that's going to be the key to getting into that top 6 the rest of the way. Is we have a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah.
You got to beat these teams that are like the Hornets that are 14-47. And they did, so I'm not complaining, but you can't let games like the Jazz slip away. I think they have the Jazz 2 more times. Have to be 2 wins. Let's get in that top 6 and not worry about that play-in garbage.
Last night was the exact game they envisioned when they traded for Julius Randle.
My God, you really meant that.
Thank you.
That was conviction.
That was thank you. That one guy with the weird hair looks kind of like an eagle on ESPN. He's mean, kind of.
Eagle? Mel Kiper?
No. He's an older guy. He's got wrinkly face. And he's mean.
Rex Ryan?
No, I know who Rex Ryan is.
He looks like an eagle.
Kind of looks like an eagle to me. Very bird-like.
What channel?
ESPN. Used to be on with the guy who talks like this.
Oh, Skip Bayless?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who you sound like, Skip Bayless.
Was that your problematic impression of Stephen A. Smith?
I thought it was pretty
I didn't think it was problematic. I thought it was accurate. I mean, it made me realize immediately who it was.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's weird because the line between problematic and awesome is very, very thin.
Yeah, right.
Because you nailed it. That was a very good Stephen A. Smith.
You knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
I sure did. Man, this lineup is terrible. I can't stop looking at it.
Yeah.
This is bad. I wouldn't go to this if it was in the Twin Cities, let alone fly to England for this.
Yeah.
Although I would like to see Deftones. But again, I'm not going to see Deftones at Glastonbury if I have to sit through Charlie XCX, John Fogerty, and Neil Young.
Man, John Fogerty's got some whalers.
John Fogerty's great, and so is Neil Young. But
Father John Misty.
You know what else you have to do, Cory? You have to stand there with 90,000 people who don't care about the Deftones.
Exactly.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep. Even Brandi Carlile is like the 10th most important on Saturday, according to this.
Yeah.
She not a big deal over there, I guess?
Probably not as big, I would guess. Yeah. All these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am.
Even on Sunday, by the way, at the bottom of Sunday's list, Shabuzi and Snow Patrol.
Snow Patrol is still a thing?
Dude, they had a new record that came out last year. It's their best record.
Yeah, you love them.
It's a great record if you feel sad all the time.
All right, hang on. I want to test your pop culture memory.
Yeah.
You know that song you were just singing, like this? Shaboom, shaboom. There's one movie that makes you think of. Can you place it? People my age are screaming into the radio. I'll give you a little hint.
This is an
80s movie. One word.
Fist.
Fist?
I'm sorry, it's the first word that came to mind.
Same number of letters?
Fist? Gatsby.
Wow, you're bad at counting.
Because the first movie that came to mind is the one where they find the body, but that obviously is not what you're talking about.
Stand By Me, no.
Yeah, what is it?
Clue.
Oh, okay. I honestly have never seen that movie.
Oh, dude.
I've never seen it.
I haven't either.
It holds up.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
It's fun. God. Man, if you don't love, Tim Curry before that movie, you're definitely going to love him afterwards.
Yeah. I've heard he's excellent. I mean, he's excellent in everything. Yeah.
He really is something.
Yeah.
Talk about a distinctive face.
Yeah.
There are people, man, like you, like what's the dude's name? Willem Dafoe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that guy had to be an actor because if he were your neighbor, he'd scare the hell out of you.
Yeah, you'd be freaked out if you saw him at night. And as Cory always points out, he's from Wisconsin.
It looks like he's supposed to be from Belgium or something.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
He's good at everything.
He probably went to the Dells.
Yeah, he probably has been to Toma.
And you know, his parents,
you have to go to Toma. It's a geographical oddity.
His parents spent so much money on alcohol they couldn't afford to spell William right.
Oh.
That was the closest they could get?
That's as much as they could get onto the birth certificate.
He's been to Shopko so many times.
Yeah. Shopko's still a thing.
Mm.
You want to know a fun fact you don't care about?
Great.
Sure, man. Yeah.
Those are my favorite kind.
I mean, that's kind of what really matters.
Smitty Ooms mom's cousin owned Shopko. It's a true story. True story. Yeah.
Smitty
Yeah.
For those of you who have not listened to the Power Trip Morning Show forever, right? He has about 7 different nicknames.
No,
So,
no.
Ski Club Pat, your friend.
Yep.
High school friend who also goes by Smitty.
Yep.
His mom's cousin.
Yes.
Was the owner of Shopko.
CEO, yes, of Shopko.
CEO of Shopko.
Yes.
But that's different than owner. But anyway, I thought Smitty was your cousin.
No, that's Garlar.
That's Garlar and Marlar.
Isn't Garlar the same as Smitty
No.
No,
Smitty is Pasta Bolognese, Ski Club Pat, Pappy Papschmear.
Yep.
Oh,
Patrick.
it's Pappy Okay.
Smear.
Smear. Yeah. He's got like 6 or 7 nicknames.
And then Will is so hated he can't have one.
That's why I think Will's made up.
Yeah.
And
No,
Toby.
Will.
Now you have a new friend named Toby. I'm like, we're getting pranked.
There's no
No,
chance.
you're not. I have an actual friend named Toby.
Toby's a
He
puppy's
went to
name.
Oxford.
I'm sorry, but Toby's a puppy's name. You're
He's
making
very
this up.
smart.
Oh, he's a good dog.
Genius.
The Gopher women lost 79-65 to Washington. That was round 1 of the Big Ten tournament, so they're out. Are they going to make them? They're not going to make the NCAAs, are they?
I don't think so, but weren't
they're falling apart.
Who?
Hang on.
The Gopher women.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
They were 16-1 and have won 4 games since.
Yeah, they were 16-1.
And I think there's something like 4-10 since. I don't know. They're free falling.
They're tired.
I don't know if they're going to make it or not. I don't follow it closely enough to know.
I
but
don't think so.
Man, how many teams go 4-10 in their final 14 games and make it in?
Man, 16-1. I mean, that's like
they were ranked
number 1 seed worthy at that point.
The Gopher men lost to number 12 Drunken Scotty's Willem Dafoe's team 74-67. They continue to be terrible from the free throw line. They went 8 of 15. Last game at Rutgers on Sunday, then the Big Ten tournament, maybe, probably. Where are we at? Are we on the line?
We on the line.
To make it?
But I think
Big Ten tournament?
Let me look.
We're going to make it.
Are we just barely on the right side of that line?
We're going to make it.
Hang on. I mean, I'm not. This computer is so slow. One of us. Gone too soon. Let's thank everybody. They are currently 6th to last.
Then you're good.
But Iowa is 6-12 in the Big Ten. The rest of these teams are 7-12, including Rutgers, who they play. So I don't know how it all works out. Iowa, I think, they have a big game tonight. I think. Timeout. Nobody cares about it. They play Michigan State tonight, so they'll lose that. So I think they're good.
Danko.
Yeah, I think they're good.
Danko.
Oh, wait. Since I can't stop looking at the Glastonbury lineup, I just clicked on 2024 to see, let's see how much worse this season is, or this year is than last year.
Right.
Last year, on Friday, your 3 headliners, PJ Harvey into LCD Sound System, and then the last headliner was Dua Lipa.
PJ Harvey is big enough to headline?
On Saturday, the last 3 acts were something called Michael Kiwanuka, Little Sims, and then Coldplay.
Little Sims is a new game I bought.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, Janelle Monáe. Well, hey, let me back up. Shania Twain into Janelle Monáe, into Burner Boy.
Who?
Into SZA.
Who?
Last year's is worse than this year's.
Yeah, it's not good stuff.
Yeah, that's
We're
terrible.
Old, man.
Yeah.
Although I love LCD Sound System.
And Coldplay would be amazing.
You're freaking me out.
Is an LCD Sound System that one song you sent us that's really great?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's super good. Yeah, you
Dance Yourself Clean is a badass song.
Yeah, it is cool.
But you're freaking me out.
Yeah, that's a great tune.
But still, that's a worse lineup than this year's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I didn't have to shower. I wish I could just dance myself clean.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be sweet. I also hate brushing my teeth.
That's odd.
I know. I don't like doing it. It takes time. I don't got time for that. But
2023, Sunday's headliner was Elton John. Saturday's headliner was Guns N' Roses. Friday's headliner, Arctic Monkeys. And Royal Blood right before them. But so
yeah, see that?
That's better.
They've gone
They're going
away
the wrong
from
way.
our generation.
Yep.
Maybe the kids love it, man. You know who's really good? Chapel Ray.
Or Roan?
Yeah, that.
Gosh, she's
Chapel
good.
Roan.
That's a great album, man.
She sang the Pink Pony Club song with Elton John.
Yeah.
And the memes were great, like what happens when you bring your grandma singing with you at a karaoke bar. But I have that. I can't get that.
It's a feminine nun.
Yeah,
That's
I can't get that.
Great song.
Oh, man.
Been out of my head.
2022. Sunday's headliner was Kendrick Lamar. Saturdays was Paul McCartney. Friday was Billie Eilish.
I mean, that's
so much better. It's going the wrong way.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's a feminine nun.
Going the wrong way at Glastonbury. All right, we'll do what really matters after this. Scores and stats around the world of sports. Then Ben Lieber joins in about 10 minutes. Ryan Jeffers of the Minnesota Twins calls in from Florida in about an hour. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that was the promo coming back from the break. Go. It was Zach talking there, and I didn't realize it. Thought he was doing a spot. But he was telling us that you need to tune in for hockey. Sorry, man. I don't know if it's the allergies or what, but man, my head is killing me.
Yeah, I had that the other day. It's terrible.
Weird, man, because it snowed. I figured I'd have a break from it for a while.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You allergy people, man.
You know what I did,
It's
though?
terrible.
Yesterday, I couldn't take the snow. I like it when it's falling from the sky, but once it's on the ground, I'd had enough of it. So I drove to St. Cloud because I heard there was no snow on the ground, and there was no snow on the ground.
No kidding.
So I went to St. Cloud, and I hiked my ass off yesterday, and I am suffering for it.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Not the sick part. But
I feel like I called it yesterday. Man, by the time we were driving home, I left here at like 9:40. All I could think was, this is a snow day?
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm happy for the kiddos. My kid was pumped that she didn't have to go to school.
Well, yeah.
But I'm going, are you nuts? Get the kids to school. It was absolutely capable of sending almost everybody to school. Maybe in the South, it was a different scenario, but West Metro, dear God, 2-hour delay. Sure, done. Canceling school? Pfft, toughen up a little bit, right? Like, come on.
25 years ago, it wouldn't even have been a 2-hour delay.
Not even close.
We would have just go out to the bus stop.
100%.
You walk to school.
100%.
No, I'm too fat for that.
Yeah, but you lived across the street.
Yeah,
I can't believe yesterday was a cancellation for so many schools.
Well, I think
it's pretty bad, man.
I think why the cancellation happened is because I think they thought the wind would be worse.
The wind was pretty bad. I just think you guys didn't leave the metro.
Or our homes. I didn't leave my home.
Good point. Hello, Holmes.
I did.
But I was like snow blowing and shoveling like middle of the day going, wow, kids aren't in school today? This is lovely outside. What? It just made no sense. But again, my kiddo didn't care. She had the best time of her life.
Right. Give them a day off.
Yeah, give them a day off.
What are they going to do? Go to school their whole life?
Exactly. What a waste of time.
There's a lot of things about you, Corliss, that I can never figure out, right?
Such as?
Well, like, you have a lawn service. Hot Ass Randy does a lot of the same things he does for me, for you, right? Like, there are things that, like, you and I just, my hands are up. I don't know how to do this. And then Randy will come over and be like, yeah, it's that. And he'll be like, oh, cool. You shovel and
snowplow.
I don't get that.
How do you, but
I have a service. I'm not, screw
the
that.
service would be sweet, but there are times that you also don't have an opportunity to wait, right? You got to get the thing shoveled or snowplowed because you got to get in or out of there.
Yeah.
I don't have 24 hours to make sure everybody like plows my. I would say, hey, look, I'm not anti snowplow service, but it also doesn't take that long. I don't have like a 6-mile driveway. It's a pretty quick job.
Mine isn't large either.
Mine takes 20
Do you get on the treadmill,
minutes.
Sauce?
Yeah.
Why not just shovel your drywall?
I don't know.
It's a good exercise. Shoveling's great exercise.
You might have a heart attack.
Yesterday when the snow was melting.
You want to come over and shovel?
Yesterday when the snow was melting by like 11 o'clock in the morning because it was a lovely day.
Heavy.
That snow got heavy.
Yeah.
So it was quite the workout just pushing that snow around.
Yeah, I don't know. Like like yesterday when it snowed at 4:30, I look out and the plow guy's there, right? That was perfect time. Yeah, hot ass Randy. And I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't want to do it.
It's like I always find it interesting when you watch people like almost get in a fight to get the closest parking spot to the gym.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can use those extra 30 steps.
Yeah. Just you're here to work out. Why don't you park as far away from the front door as possible and get a little more steps in? I don't understand.
How about one of my favorite things? It's similar to that. when you go to a Costco parking lot.
Oh, God, the seventh layer of hell.
Most of the time it's the seventh layer. But why am I the only one that's figured this out? That the best spot isn't by the front, it's by the cart return.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to return the cart because you bought a ton of stuff at Costco. Yeah. So being in the front actually is going to make you walk all the way back to the cart return after you unload your car. Best spots anywhere back there by the cart return.
Yeah.
So you can wait all you want by the front of the store. I'm going back by the return. Hi, Ben.
Hi, guys. Let me do you one slightly better there, Core. It's not the space that's right next to the cart return. It's the second one.
Why is it the second one?
Because I don't trust the people that are returning their carts. So many people just like shove the cart.
I like that as well.
And you see the cart just sort of go wayward, and your car might get hit by a cart. So I always look for like one or two away from the cart return, but you're 100% correct. I don't really care about being the closest to the front door. I just need to be next to a cart return.
And as we mentioned a couple months ago, shopping cart etiquette is one of the truest tests for a person's character.
1,000%.
And for a community and a society. Because if you go to certain parts of the country and you go to a grocery store and there's carts just littered all over the parking lot, it just kind of shows you like what everybody is like.
Yep, no one cares.
Nobody cares.
Everybody wants somebody else to worry about their problems.
So
return the goddamn cart. It takes 10 seconds.
The grocery store I go to is
got carpet on the floors.
Is in Edina.
Yeah.
There was, but I'm telling you.
Yeah, go on.
You are 1,000% correct about shopping carts. I go out of my way to even if you just have a basket, put it back, right? So I'm standing, getting a cart, and I watched a lady. The automatic doors open. She just put her groceries in her car, and she just went like this. I know you can't see it, but she just went.
Just pushed it through the automatic door.
Just into
like somebody else.
Where everybody's walking.
Did you give her a thumbs up and say, these are my people?
How old was this lady, do you think?
In her probably 50s.
Okay.
Was she wearing Lululemons?
I literally
Most
out loud.
likely.
Well, I was, but I literally out loud. I go, I'll get it. And I just grabbed it, and she just went, like, that's so ridiculous.
You're already right there.
Bring it 10 feet farther and put it in the...
Do you not know who she is?
So the other thing, too, is when you go to Target and you have a cart, a full cart, not the basket, full cart, but then by the time you're done shopping, you realized, all right, well, maybe I didn't even need a cart, but you technically still have it, whether you go through the line or the self-checkout. You don't have to, when you realize, well, I can just carry these bags in my car. I don't have to bring my cart all the way to my car. And then, obviously you can drop off the cart right in the front of the store. Again, two kinds of people.
Correct.
I like to back the cart into a line, right? When you have like the 3 or 4 lines, orderly, put it back in there. There's always like the 7 or 8 carts that are just left in 15 different directions. And you go, that's a person that just said, somebody else will do this.
Yeah. Just push it at
It's actually, I don't know, maybe this is obviously maybe just me, but I actually find it somewhat satisfying to stack it back in.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a cool sound.
It's kind of a cool sound, and then how it all interlocks together. I'm like, I kind of like this.
And whether it's self-serving or not, it's when I have to push the cart past the 6 or 7 that are just whatever floating because some lazy ass wouldn't put it back. My ego just goes up like 0.1%. I'm like, I'm a better person than these 6 or 7 people that I didn't see leave it, but I'm just a better person. And I walk out to the car going, I'm doing all right. Doing all right with my life. I put the cart back like a normal, civilized human being. I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's for some people, that's their like rebellious thing that they do during the day. You know, it's like,
I'm just going to let this cart float.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, do you guys have one of those quirky behavior things where like we're all pretty civilized, like we do for the most part, we do the right thing. Is there ever one thing you're like, I'm just going to be rebellious and not do this?
Yeah, I do have one. It's funny you say that. No, I'm serious. I really do. I can't help it. This is kind of the same, but not the same. I can't help it. I am completely incapable of not taking the clothes back to the rack and putting it on the rack after I try it on if I don't want it. I know
Instead of just putting it in the pile and letting them doing it?
I just can't do it. I feel bad about it.
See, I don't even know if you're supposed to, because I've been some places and they're like, no, we got it.
We'll do it. Yeah, that's their job, and I get it. I can't get myself to do it. I have to take it back and put it where I got it. I feel bad if I leave it there. I know
you do
dumb.
Feel a little slobby.
I feel slobby. It's like, here, I don't want this. Put this away for me, sir.
See, it would be different, though, if there wasn't a system in place for exactly that. You're not throwing it on the pile and having them put it back is what they're there for, right? That's their job, is to monitor the dressing rooms and then restock.
Yeah.
If that didn't exist and you just threw them on the floor going like, put these back, then you'd be an a-hole.
Right.
I at least try to... I compromise with the people that do that, because I will, if I'm going to the changing room, which is very seldom. It's like the worst. It's torture. I will at least fold everything as nicely as I can in the room, and then they can just like take the stack back
or put it back on the hanger, right?
Yeah. Obviously, always put it back on the hanger. Mm-hmm. Always put it back. But if it's like jeans, I'm trying to fold them the way that they want them to folded.
Yeah, that's
and then I will leave them there, because a lot of times like no, we'll do that, because I think they have a way. They don't want you to put it back in a wrong way.
They get pissed when I try in my pants because I never wear underwear.
Yeah, and you don't trim.
And they're like, "Did you have snails in your pockets, sir?"
My God.
No wonder front or back.
No wonder they don't want you to put the clothes directly back on the rack.
Yeah.
More of what really matters after this. Ben Lieber is here. We'll talk to Ryan Jefferson in like 40 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
The Fan.
Welcome back. It's the Power Trip Morning Show. This is reading through some NFL news. And I'm sure you guys knew this, but I did not. Los Angeles Chargers releasing Pro Bowl linebacker Joey Bosa.
Bosa's salary cap hit would have been more than $36 million for the 2025 season. The move will save the Chargers more than $25 million in cap space. The Chargers took the now 29-year-old Bosa third overall in the 2016 NFL Draft and made him the league's highest-paid defensive player in 2020. He was the last player remaining on the roster from when the team played in San Diego. I'm Daniel Martindale.
Hey, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Check this out. Do you know that Joey Bosa set an NFL record?
Did he?
Do you know how many sacks he had in his first career 20 games?
First career 20 games.
How many sacks did he have in his first 20? This is an NFL record.
16?
That would be a really good number. He had 19.
Woo, boy.
Most ever. 19 in his first 20 games. He does have 72 career sacks, and he's made 5 Pro Bowls. But, the Chargers moving on from Joey Bosa.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because he can't escape the injury bug. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing. Is like you're a good pass rusher, and you're kind of a dominant guy, and you're the type of guy that offenses are going to have to game plan for you if you're on the field. Mm-hmm. And then when you are on the field, doesn't even seem like he's 100%. So, yeah, it's that's just the way it goes. When you get a little bit up there in age and you can't stay healthy, you might be talented, but go find services elsewhere.
Yep. All right, let's do what really matters, scores and stats around the world of sports. Then Chris will change your life with something else that's better. Let's start it with wild news presented by Catalyst and CatalystSupplyCo.com. If you're a Twin Cities contractor, boost your build with Catalyst. Thanks, Catalyst.
Thank you.
The Minnesota Wild are at Vancouver tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. The Wild are coming off a 4-3 win against Seattle on Tuesday night. After tomorrow night, the Wild have a 7-game homestand and 10 of their next 11.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That guy's excited.
Okay. Yeah.
Very excited. The trade deadline for the NHL is tomorrow. But what really matters is this.
You're right, Cory.
Thanks.
Trade deadline's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
First, there was a multi-million-dollar banana taped to a wall. Now there's a Pokemon-shaped Cheeto, and it's sold for nearly $90,000 at an auction.
Wow.
I'm investing poorly.
I know. To have that sort of money to just do really silly, ridiculous stuff like that must be really, really nice.
Why don't we get like a, they have those like laser carving things. Why don't we get like, we'll go to Target and we'll get a bunch of Cheetos or like Pirates Booty, which is incredible, by the way.
Pirates Booty is
That's
great.
so elite.
Hawk has seen that film.
And then just have like a laser carve a chunk of a pirate's booty thing into like, I don't know, Jesus.
Yeah,
The
like
Lord.
Jesus' face.
And then just say that we found it.
And also with you.
And sell it for like $430,000.
Isn't that an old Johnny Carson bit? Didn't he have a lady on that had all these chips that represented things, and then he was pretending to eat chips behind her?
I think he just had Eric Estrada on.
Oh, brilliant.
What if somebody found a pair of ladies' undergarments, very much like the Shroud of Turin, that was Hockey's face?
Oh, I mean, PA would call dibs.
Like, you see that? He was in there so much.
And
it's just like imprinted.
It's a little bit when Michael Scott puts his face in the cement.
Yeah. So good. God, that show's
How much would
brilliant.
you pay for that? At least $90K.
I mean, I'd pay $0, but there's definitely a market for it. Chris has got enough fans that he's like, yeah, I find that kind of thing hot.
He'll be
pay
here
for
in
it.
2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Do you think PA's ever worn ladies' underwear?
Do you know what I like about PA?
Yeah.
His PA-ness.
What?
I do. I just see he's got a lot of PA-ness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would say that there are other folks that have some PA-ness to them.
If I had to bet 3 months mortgage on whether or not Paul Allen, the voice of the Vikings, who's doing the Wolves play-by-play on Sunday?
Yes, sir.
If I had to bet 3 months mortgage whether or not he's ever worn women's underwear, somebody made that offer and said, I'll bet you that he hasn't. I'd say, take the 3 months mortgage, quadruple it, and I'm in that he has.
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah.
Anybody want to take the other side?
Oh, hell
No.
I'll bet 1 year's mortgage.
I think at this point in time, it's not about whether he has worn them. It's like, what style has he worn?
And
I think
that is maybe the unanswerable question.
Yeah. I mean, is he going, full like bloomer, or is he going flossy? No. Is he flossing?
Yeah, it's barely there. Yeah.
I kind of picture
it's a whale tail for sure. Yeah.
I'm picturing something lacy and red.
Mm-hmm. 6 sizes too small.
Lacey and Red is a country band.
Yeah.
And does it the front sort of look like one of those squish balls where you just squeeze it and like the
ouchie.
It bulbouses out on both sides, you know?
Yeah, yuck.
I don't know why I'm willing to focus on what the back might look like, but don't care about what the front looks like.
Mama mia.
Is it my turn?
Sick.
Yeah, it's my turn. The Raiders and Max Crosby agreed to a 3-year, $106.5 million extension. He is now the highest non-quarterback in NFL history in terms of payment. That passes Justin Jefferson by just a sliver. $91.5 million guaranteed. Just 7.5 sacks last year in 12 games before he had ankle surgery. He's only 27. I don't know why I thought he was a little older than that.
He's a stud, man.
Yeah.
That guy's different.
He's different. He's different, but he is a stud.
What really matters, though, is this.
He's different. He's big dude. Big, scary guy. Yesterday I was telling you some weird things about bands you didn't know. Remember I told you Elvis is a natural blonde?
Yes, you did say that.
By that. A little freaked out, aren't you? What's going on over there?
Zachary.
Zach came in?
You all right? You came in like on a mission. You got something to say?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got to say hi to you guys.
Oh, hi.
You're taking the day off. You didn't have to come in. You're up late.
No, it's fine. Fine.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here.
Tomorrow
I'm
will
not
be
saying
off,
that.
but
Okay, cool. So Stevie Nicks and Prince, you're familiar?
Mm-hmm.
They were instant friends. He played synthesizer on her song "Stand Back, Stand Back." They decided they wanted to work together again someday, so he sent her the music to a song, but she was so intimidated by his genius, she couldn't write the lyrics. He's like, please write lyrics to this. I like this melody line. You write the lyrics. Let's do this together. She was too intimidated by his genius, so he just took it back and he wrote Purple Rain.
Oh, wow.
And she was glad he didn't. He took it back. She was glad she didn't write.
Jeez.
Because she had a song called Chew My Thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
That's what her lyrics
There's probably
were.
coke under there.
That's what she said. That's what it was about. It was about a thumbnail coke.
It happens.
Which, I mean, thumbnail coke.
Thumbnail coke.
Coke.
I'm gonna stick to Diet Coke.
It's even worse, Zach, because it's Coke freestyle.
Oh no!
Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf requested a trade. He is 27 years old, two-time Pro Bowler, 992 yards last season, 48 career touchdowns. Ben, what kind of a market do you think there's going to be for DK Metcalf?
I think a pretty robust market. He's obviously a huge talent, very big. You really have to account for him almost all the time in critical situations. Have to have two guys on him, at least 4 eyes on him about where he's at. It sounds like the most logical place for him is the Chargers. Sounds like they're pretty hot on his trail already. So we'll see if they get something done down in L.A.
They want a first and third round pick for him.
Woo!
And he wants a $30 million per year contract.
Well, he's young and talented, man, and so it will be interesting. I mean, I think everybody in this football world understands this is a passing game. So if you can, my issue with him though is I don't know if he is a true number one. Like I think that he needs to go to a team that's very similar to like what the Vikings have, where we've got a really close number 2 receiver that can at times be a primary receiver. I just don't think that he can be the guy. I think he needs a compliment like he had in Seattle.
Oh, he's pretty. How about that?
Number 1.
But what really matters is this.
Eddie Van Halen decided he would go over to Fred Durst's house to jam.
Lucky.
So they did. And then some people brought in some illicit substances. And Eddie was trying to be clean, so he left. And he realized, well, I left all my equipment there, including my guitar. And Durst wouldn't answer his phone. So Eddie got in his military assault vehicle, drove through Hollywood to Fred Durst's house, knocked on the door. And when Fred opened the door, Eddie had a gun and said, I'll be taking back my guitar now. And he did.
Wow. Yeah. I love that he has a
military assault vehicle.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
That's money, man.
That's when you got more money, you know what to do with.
Correct. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what would be fun? You know what I'd like to have today? If I had a lot of money, I'd be like that. I'd be like watching TV and I'd be like, man, Fall Guy's cool. I need a big, tall truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just one of those days.
Yeah. It's just one of those days I need a big truck and a military assault vehicle and a weapon.
You kind of do that anyway, though.
Yeah, would you ever have one of those trucks where you have to climb, like literally climb into it?
Yeah. Yeah, I would. The only thing about having one of those big, tall trucks is parking. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Can't park anywhere.
Nowhere near the cart return.
No. You'll get your steps in, though, because you have to park like all the way back in the parking lot.
Yeah, that is true. It's one of those days.
You had to climb into that race car, right?
I did. That was not easy because your boy was hefty hippo back then.
Yeah.
It was like trying to put the Play-Doh back in the jar.
OMG.
That lady was there.
Yeah, she loved it. She liked watching me get my thing.
Wow.
Speaking of the Seahawks, they are releasing wide receiver Tyler Lockett. So they're just cleaning house in Seattle between the trade with DK Metcalf that's on its way. And they're letting go of Tyler Lockett after 10 years, all with Seattle. He's 32. He was a third rounder out of Kansas State in 2015. 61 career touchdowns for Seattle and 5'10", 182.
He'll be a Raider.
He's not very big.
No, for that size, that's a pretty badass career to be 5'10". Yeah. That's like a normal-sized human being, and he just dominated for 10 years. So good run for Tyler Lockett, but we'll see what happens with him at 32 years old. What really matters is this.
James Brown. People say, he was the godfather of soul. And he had one specific rule in his life, Ben, do not use my toilet. He was jailed in 1988, apparently under the influence of something. He walked into an insurance company, which was located next to his office, took out a shotgun, and complained to the people in the insurance office that somebody had used his toilet. And then the police arrived. So he got into got in his car and led them on a high-speed chase in which he was ramming their patrol cars. The lawmen apprehended him. Did it! But he shot their tires. Then they shot out his. He went on for another 6 miles, driving on just the rims of his car. Gonna get them! He was sentenced to 6 years in jail for the incident. He served 3 before getting paroled. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Over a toilet?
Wow.
I mean, obviously, it's over the shotgun and stuff, but still, over somebody using his toilet.
Who did flushed? And I tried to do, go in it, get on my toilet.
It's like the anger
strip marks.
when Ross has somebody take his sandwich at work and he snaps.
I haven't seen that.
It's just one of those days.
Poor James Brown.
The Raiders are releasing quarterback Gardner Minshew. He's 28 years old. They have no one at quarterback. Right? They have Aiden O'Connell, but they have absolutely no one.
No.
What the hell, Ben, are the Raiders going to do? Are they going to sign Sam Darnold? Are they going to gamble with somebody like Aaron Rodgers or trade for Kirk Cousins? Or like, what are they doing? What the hell are the Raiders going to do?
I think that the issue becomes, what offense are they going to run? Are they going to do something similar that Pete Carroll wants to see, like he's had success as a Super Bowl coach, and find somebody that's a little bit like Russell Wilson and go that route? Or do you let Chip Kelly just do his thing? And Chip Kelly's kind of a wild card. Like he has adapted his offense between bouncing back and forth between the league and college, and now that he's won a Super Bowl with the Eagles, doing it the way that they've done it. Do you think Sam Darnold sort of fits that mold? I mean, not really, but at the heart of it, he likes to run the football. I mean, that was the thing about Chip Kelly that people did not realize when he was at Oregon. He led the league. He led all of college football in rushing attempts. Everybody just thinks that he's a passing, just throw the ball around, but he wants to establish the pass through the run. And obviously they did the same thing in Philadelphia with Saquon. So I don't know. Maybe Sam fits his deal perfectly if they're just going to run the football and you need somebody to play action and get the ball down the field.
Is one of the hot rumors, Sauce, correct me if I'm wrong, because I think I only half heard this. Is one of the hot rumors is that Kamara might end up with the Raiders?
I have not heard that, but
because I thought I heard a rumor that he's on the way out and that the Raiders were a possibility.
Yeah, I think what Pete Carroll is going to try and do is get as close to a veteran-ready team as he possibly can, because he knows he doesn't have 10 years. He probably doesn't have 5 or 6, right? He wants to get this up, but that is other than Brock Bowers and Max Crosby, that's not a very good roster. The offensive line isn't very good.
They had a long way to go last year.
Right. So,
well, hang on. SportsCenter right now is running the boys state high school hockey tournament, hair highlight. You know what's crazy about every year? I think this every year. Maybe I've said this in the past, but every year when those kids skate up to the camera, that 30-second loop that SportsCenter just showed, if you had told me that was from 1991, I'd say that looks about right.
Yeah. Right.
I can't believe those people aren't time travelers. Yeah. Those are real human beings that look like that today.
How about the bit last night? And Zacho, I think you texted or tweeted something about it. Was it Hibbing, the kid that stopped quick and sprayed the camera? And you hear the cameraman goes, "Why did you do that?" Is that their bit?
Even at a thank you, like a sarcastic thank you. The star is all thanks. Why would you do that?
He just sped to the camera and
stupid kids
stopped on a dime. The cameraman, why would you do that?
Well, and the problem is the last 3 or 4 skaters after him, you couldn't really get a good view of them because
they went to a different camera.
Iced up. Oh man. All right, the news is next. Zacho is here at some point, in 20 minutes when we're talking to Ryan Jeffers. At some point, though, we got to talk high school hockey because that's a big deal around here. Ben Lieber is here. The news is next with Chris after this on The Fan.